Welcome to Find You Fridays with me, Lorene Hughes. Hello. How are we going today? Let me just see. Oh, did I do the right one? Yes, I did. I'm onto a winner. Winner chicken dinner. Alrighty, now let's just check that we've got all the things happening in all the right places so that people can find out how to do all the things. Alrighty, now let's just check. Cool bananas. Let's open that up. Go to the chat. Hello, Melinda. Hello. Helene, pin that one to the top. Alrighty. Yay. Thank you all. I know I was a couple of minutes tardy today. Life. life. And it's been a busy old day for me today. So, yeah, life. All right. So let us have a look at where we're at for this month. Oh my goodness, golly gracious me, it is May. Tomorrow is my grandmother's birthday. How lovely is that? That she's going to be 88 years old. Wow. How's that even possible? I have a very young grandma, really. But we won't talk about that one, will we? No, I'm very lucky to still have one of my grandparents floating around, considering I am 46 now, although I keep forgetting. Thank you, Melinda. Thank you, love. And yes, it's funny how this all works, isn't it? So I don't know about you guys, but the energies this week have been interesting. There has been, I've almost felt like the energies this week have been incredibly bipolar. You just feel really like, yeah, this is going so awesome. And then next minute you're going, rah, and you feel like ripping someone's head off. That's just my reality. Okay, that's cool. I don't know. It's just been a really, really odd week. And I don't know how we could have handled that any better other than to use our tools, expanding our tools, making sure that our allowance is greater than our awareness, all those sorts of things. But one of the most awesome things that has cropped up this week for me was I got to work with a couple of the guys who haven't seen me probably since the start of the year. So they are the ones who saw me before I really started on my carnivore journey. And they were both like, whoa, you have like lost so much weight. And I'm just like, yeah. They're like, you can really see it. And I'm like, I think so too. And one of the funniest things that really struck me today is that because I've been a voluptuous, lovely goddess for quite some time, I've been very accustomed to my pants, like even dress pants and jeans and all of that sort of thing, hugging my thighs especially. And my work pants, which are like proper work pants like you'd see on a construction site, they are now so loose, like I can gather them together and there's like, I don't know, a couple of inches of slack. So it's like my legs are just floating around in these tunnels of fabric. And that is really weird for me. I have not had that ever in my life and that I can recall. And, oh, sorry, I just really need to get my butt squished into this spot today. I have one of those weird things like, when I don't know if you guys have ever had this. It's kind of like, hi, Catherine. When you have like a bubble in between in your hip joint. So it's like a bubble of, I don't know, something, air, lactate, I don't know what the hell it is. And it's just sitting there in my hip joint. And I woke up with it. I didn't go to bed with it, but I woke up with it. And while I've been moving around, it's been absolutely fine. But then when I go to, if I sit down for a period of time or anything, it's like I stand up and I'm like, oh, it's almost like a pinch there. And it's like, oh, that doesn't feel very, very fun. I used to get a lot when I was a teenager, actually. And I used to be able to just wiggle my leg or my hip a certain way and it would work its way out. But it hasn't worked today. So hopefully a nice good night's sleep after tonight's show. And we'll be back up and running properly tomorrow. Because tomorrow is going to be a bit more of a sitting down day. Which is fun. We've got our book club call at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then after that, I have a session to do. So that will be great. And then, you know what, I might just chill out for the rest of the afternoon. Hi, Christine. Hi, Kim. No, I don't know. I mean, if anything, the hard job yesterday would have been a little bit of tension I was feeling in my my lower back on my way home as the muscles and everything shifted into a different position. There was a bit of tension there, but other than that, I was absolutely fine from that. Alrighty, so let me see. But yes, I certainly found yesterday I had an absolutely brilliant day. Got so much done. Just, it was a brilliant day of decluttering and organizing this gorgeous family's home and a couple of areas in their home. And then on my way home, I was feeling really good, tired, but good. And then there's this section of roadworks after Harndorf coming up to Mount Barker. And we've been in that's supposed to be 110K zone, but it's been down to 60Ks since, oh gosh, probably the last 2 months has been down to 60Ks. And before that was down to 40Ks because they were doing a whole bunch of surface resurfacing up there. So we've had probably about 4-ish months of it being really, really restricted, and everybody's frustrated by it. What happened last night is I got so angry because this is what I mean about ripping someone's head off. Because there was a 4-wheel drive. So I'd gone into the right-hand lane to, you know, get past some people who were traveling less than 60. And I was like, oh, okay, I just really want to get home. So I was traveling more than 60 to get around these people. And this bloody 4-wheel drive driver came up behind me and I was going past a B double. And it was still in my blind spot, so I couldn't pull in yet because that's not how I was taught to drive. I was taught to drive, you've got to wait until you see them in your rear view mirror, and then you can pull in safely, and you're not going to affect them and how their speed is or making them brake suddenly or anything like that. And this bloody 4-wheel drive person comes through and rides up my butt, can see I'm already traveling faster than a truck anyway, and flashes his lights at me, completely dazzling me. And I'm just like, fuck. And then once I got my eyeballs back, I was able to pull over because I was actually far enough in front of the truck at this stage to pull in. The really funny thing is that I not only caught up to that 4-wheel drive person through Mount Barker, like they'd gone up and around the first, like we come off the ramp at Mount Barker, we both turned right, and I was right up behind them at the first set of lights after that. And I was like, what exactly did that achieve for you? Flashing me, potentially making me have a car crash and, you know, all that. And I was just like, and I was furious because it happened to me 3 times in the last fortnight. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. I have to say something. So, believe me, I was this close to letting my full Aryan rage out and following them and smacking on their car and going, what the fuck do you think you're doing? This close. I didn't. I was a good girl. I didn't. Instead, I came home and did a keyboard warrior thing. Put up a post in the Adelaide Hills freeway alert group, because I've been rabbiting on about the 60-kilometre-hour section for a while. Lots of people have been talking about it. And the admin person saw my post and quickly turned off the comments for the post, which I was so grateful for, because quite often there's like subpar comments, you know, idiots that just think that they're being funny. But the funny thing is, it took them a couple of hours to get to that. In the meantime, nobody had commented at all, but I had, within 15 minutes, there was like 50 likes and hearts and stuff like that. That diddling that you just heard now was, I now have 232 people who have responded positively to that post. And it was basically me saying, look, we all want to get home. We all want to do it safely. Please, to the four-wheel drivers who flash their high beams at people, please don't. It's unsafe. It's not okay. I want to get home as much as you do. And when you can clearly see that we're traveling along faster than the left-hand lane, just have a bit of patience. I'm like, I don't have, obviously, as much money as you do. I don't want to get a speeding fine. So it's like we're just right on that edge, you know. So that's that was a little bit of for me, just to let that bit of rage, I guess, out. And then I actually messaged the admin today to thank him for his kindness of turning off the comments, and he was just so lovely in his response too. And he goes, yeah, I totally get it with the high beam thing. It's not cool. So yay. And with any luck, you know, somebody, either the people who've been doing the flashing of their high beams, or maybe somebody else who's traveling in the car with them, maybe they're involved in that free Adelaide freeway alerts group, and they'll see the post because it's being liked and responded to so much at the moment. It's like right at the top of the page right now. And because of that, maybe they'll see it and speak to the driver, because I know that the four-wheel drive person, that car, had someone else in the car as well. They had a passenger, at least one. So patience is a virtue. And I certainly know that when we are the most frustrated, the most at the end of our tether, that's when our tools come in really, really useful. And we often, unfortunately, forget our tools at those times too. Those tools of patience, of allowance, of expanding out, of, you know, even using the Ho'oponopono, all those sorts of things. Then there's times where just it's necessary to get a bit more potent with your energies. I'll put it that way. Yeah, Christine. The road rage. It's not something that strikes me very often, I have to say, but that particular one it really got me. Really, really got me. Melinda, we have drivers that go over 50 kilometers per hour in our local streets when they can, they will overtake and gun it while I'm sitting on the speed limit. Agree, so frustrating. Yeah, and the thing is that I know my speedo in my car is about 3 to 5 kilometers slower than the actual speed. So when I'm driving, I have the GPS on my phone, the Google Maps, and that shows my true speed. And so I'm like sitting at quite often 5 to 7 Ks above my true speed. So I was sitting at around about 65 to 67 Ks per hour, which then means my speedo was actually showing roughly 72 Ks per hour. So, well, no, hang on, 65, 67. Yeah. Yes, I was on about 70 Ks, roughly. 70 to 72, which is terrible. Like, I don't condone speeding at all. Like I said, I was already going a bit faster than the speed limit anyway, even on my GPS. So I'm like, just settle, Gretel. And obviously I'm not going to admit that in a written post, but to you guys, that's fine. Hopefully we haven't got any cops here today. You got to catch me first. Yeah, I prefer to use it because it saves people getting angry and frustrated and all. But I mean, going through that section, I do try to sit on the left-hand side, but on Thursday, I was just tired and I just really wanted to get home too. So, yeah, tired and hungry because it was basically a 12-hour day for me. So, yeah, hungry hippo. All right, let's get into our weekly reading. We have a new moon this week coming up. How exciting is that? All righty. Hi, Tamara. How are you going, sweet pea? Goodness gracious. I have a Bengal spice tea for tea tonight for my tea. It's a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of spice, because it's not like I don't need spice already. All right. So let's have a look at this weekly reading from Saturday, the 4th of May, through to the 10th of May. How am I? I'm good. I'm fabulous. Fabulous because I'm here in my happy place with you all, and not sitting in the 60-kilometer section of between Handorf and Mount Barker. I'm happy. Had a very, very productive day, cleaning and tidying and doing 6 loads of washing, and it was a lot today, but it's good. I had some time to do some cross stitch and finish one movie that I'd started, and actually no, I didn't finish that one. But I watched another one called hang on a moment, and I really, really enjoyed it. I didn't expect that I would. But hang on a moment. Let me see if I can find it. 3,000 Years of Longing. It's new to Netflix, and it's currently in the top 10. I didn't think I'd necessarily enjoy it, but I totally did. So, yeah, if you get a chance, have a watch of that. And you just want something just to calm and cool and chill. It's kind of like having a bit of a story read to you. It was just very, very soothing, actually. And it was a lovely movie to watch. All right, so we have the reading for us all. Awesome. For the 4th of May through to the 10th of May. Okay. I think we're going to have another week of very interesting energies coming up. That's going to be, just looking at what this is, we're going to have to be using our tools once again, okay? Because the very first card that we've got that comes up for our collective reading is breathe. And it's basically telling us that, go down deep, breathe deep, because if we're stressed and angry and frustrated and all those sort of things, which is just going to be setting off your cortisol in your lovely little brains, and that then sends down through your beautiful body. It's going to make your muscles all very tight and tense, and you're not going to be able to flow with the energies very, very well. So breathing is going to be really important. If you take notice of your body every now and then, and see, where are you breathing? Are you breathing up here in your upper chest, or are you breathing down here in your lower belly? Because I used to play a woodwind instrument back in high school, I tend to belly breathe more than anything else anyway. So belly breathing for me is very normal, and it's probably why I managed to keep reasonably calm most of the time. Except for when people are flashing their headlights at me, blinding me. So the next card that makes me go is patience. So we've got breathe and patience, the very first two cards for our reading this week. And so again, I'm getting a sense that there's going to be things that are going to pop up in your world this week that are going to make you feel very agitated, is the right word, where you're going to feel agitated and just a bunch of like I said, you just want to rip someone's head off. So if you're starting to feel like that, take note, come back to your breath, go down deep. Even if you can only do that and just for like 5 breaths, it will help. It truly, truly will. Like even angry breathing is breath, but it's the key is to take it down to your low belly, and even imagine breathing all the way down to your toes if you can. And I know that's hard to do when you're in the thick of it. Maybe put some reminders, little post-it notes around your house or your car or wherever it is that you feel the most tension around your workplace. Breathe across the top of your of your laptop or your computer screen. Every time you pick up your cup, there's a post-it note that says breathe on it. All right, the next card that we've got for our weekly reading for the collective is you know what to do. All right, so again, this is about tapping into your tools, tapping into your awareness of what's true for you, and to know that So if something is sitting weird in you, like I'll give you an example of how this played out for me today. So, this metaverse thing, that the AI chat thing on Facebook that everybody is so frustrated with, which I totally get. Somebody popped up today, or no, yesterday, sharing a video that they had found around deleting the version that you've got on your phone and then reinstalling an older version. Hi, Brian. And I watched the video, took notes, and I just went, something doesn't feel right here. In that, if this is an older version, and then I got Alex to just reconfirm for me because he's an IT person. But my gut instinct was no, because who's to say if you're taking this version that isn't technically from Facebook, because Facebook is actually doing the latest versions all the time. They're updating your version of Facebook all the time. If you're taking an older version of that, who's to say that the people who are sharing that with you haven't tampered with it, put a whole bunch of viruses and malware and all sorts of shit in there that you're now willingly putting onto your devices, your phone or your laptop or whatever, that can now just go through your system. And I asked Alex about that. It's like, here's my awareness about what that might happen. Like, could it happen like that? And he goes, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And he went on to explain in a lot more depth, which I won't bother going into. But essentially, my awareness was spot on. So just do the steps that I shared, just to turn off the chat and mute it, because at least then you're still staying with the most up-to-date Facebook version, and you're going to keep out the things like hackers and stuff like that. Because if you're working on old versions, one of the tips from Alex is if you're working on old versions of Facebook, for example, the hackers already know where the gaps are in the system or in the programming. So they'll come in that way. They'll be doing scans. And now that they know that people are sharing this information out there, in fact, that information, that video could have come from a hacker themselves. How are we to know what a trusted source is for downloading APK files is? I don't. And I'm guessing most people wouldn't. They're just following blindly along with this bloody video. So use your tools, use your awareness. You know what is true for you. If your gut says don't do it, don't do it. Easy. Prioritize. And if you don't know it and you need further clarification, speak to somebody who does know, such as what I did with Alex. You know, I didn't know the intricacies of why it might be unsafe. I just knew that it was unsafe to do it, what that video was telling me to do. So I'm glad I didn't do it. See, Melinda knows, because I think you've got a bit of a background in tech too. So yeah, if you know, you know. And if you don't quite know why you feel it's not right, ask some questions. Look at my stripes today, aren't they awesome? Woohoo! Love it. Love it, love it, love it. No. Kim, you can't unblock it really. You can turn off the chat part, but the other part, no. It's just part of the embedded technology now. The next card for the weekly reading is Prioritize. Hi, Edwina. Hi, darling. And this is, again, about looking at where are you putting your energy. So if you are looking at your list of what sorry, where your focus is going is where the energy is flowing, right? So even though I placed that post up in the chat, in the freeway group, my focus in the end of it is patience. Please have patience. We all wish to get home safely. And that's my focus. My focus today was creating ease around our house. It was a priority for me today, and so I made that happen. Rather than getting frustrated and angry and resentful and all of that sort of stuff about the state of our home, because we've both been tired, we've both been, going through stuff. So stuff just doesn't get done around the house when you're working and you're doing long, long days. And for Alex, and he's, still going through that transition with his drugs and stuff, with his medication changes. So prioritize your energy and be aware of what you're focusing on. Are you trying to create more ease and love and kindness and space in the world? Or are you focusing on the negative aspects of the world? Because if you're focusing on the negative aspects, then guess what you're going to get more of. Write a list of all the lovely things that have happened today. Feel gratitude for it. The last card that we've got is comfort. So this is a beautiful reminder just to come back to that space and be kind and gentle to you. And if you feel like you require to snuggle up at the end of the day with your favorite fluffy blanket and snuggle down and have a rest, then do so. If it's a case of you have to go and take a breath break, and to do that in the middle of your day is the way that's going to help you to get through your day with more calmness, please do it. Make yourself a priority, even if that means that, you do your breath work while you're walking to the bathroom. Not too many people, businesses, or anybody else would argue with you if you said, look, I'm really sorry, I can't do this right now. I've really got to go to the bathroom. Pretty sure most people are humane enough to go, oh, yes, sure. So I'll just wait here till you get back. Or I'll send you, I'll write you a note or whatever. Or an email or whatever the hell is required. So please make yourself a priority and keep monitoring where your cortisol levels are at, your stress hormones are at, because I'm getting a sense that we're going to have a bit of a bumpy week. All right. Oh, I love water. So good. I don't know that I've drunk enough water today, actually, come to think of it. Oopsie. We've got a jumper. All right, community, which tells me that this week, please don't hermit yourselves. Reach out to the people around you that make you smile. Reach out to the people around you that help you feel a sense of like, yeah, I'm doing all right today. It's one of the gifts I have with my friend in Canada. We speak to each other often, if not daily. Often multiple times a day. There's a conversation that goes backwards and forwards. And, we are very raw with each other. We're very real with each other. It's a precious relationship. There's not too many people around in my world that I can be that vulnerable with, and honest and truthful, and just that space of vulnerability and honoring and unconditional love with. And if you have someone in your world like that, reach out to them this week if you haven't already, and this week coming, make sure you do, because if you're feeling it, they're probably feeling it too, and you can have a little wee conversation and hopefully boost each other up. All right, so I'm just going to take a quick photo of this with my lovely nice new phone. That was the birthday present. So let me just, oh goodness, what have I done? Here we go. Oh, yay. Okay, cool. Yay. I found that was really useful last time I did that, just over the week, to take note of the reading and to go, oh yeah, that's right. That's what that felt like. All right, so what I have, I'll take the cover off because the cover is really cool. It's just a little cheapy cover, but it's like got two colors. Let me see if I can show you. There we go. So it's got a pink and a blue cover. But my actual phone is lime green. And I got the A54. So there was a lot of factors that went into me choosing this particular phone. And one of the big ones was that I did not wish it to be any heavier or too much heavier than my existing phone, my old phone, because I wear it on me all day, every day at work. And I don't want to have something that's really heavy, like 225 grams of weight sitting on my leg all day. And yeah, and that was the other thing, Kim, is that because Alex has just gotten an S, I can't remember which one it is. It's another version. And he ended up, it was just so big compared to my phone. And I felt like I had to stretch my hands a really long way. And I've only got stubby little fingers. And also I felt like I was lifting weights because his is like 225 grams. And that 25 grams is significant because this phone is only 200 grams. I think it's maybe 202. But my old phone is only 190 grams. So while it is, 10 to 12 grams heavier, it's not 30 grams heavier. So yeah, very grateful. And so the other things that I was looking at was the battery life on it is the same as my old phone, so that's fine. This is 5,000, whatever that is. The cameras are an upgrade. The memory was an upgrade. Like everything else was an upgrade as far as all of that goes. So, and it's been really good. I have found it to be a very easy transition between the Vivo and the Samsung. I haven't had a Samsung for many years, but the Vivo to the Samsung's been very, very good. So yeah, happy days. Yeah, I couldn't use Alex's phone. It's too hard for me. I'd be dropping it all the bloody time. You're right, Kim. I am very lucky that Alex is so good with that technology because, I'm pretty good, but I'm not always totally fully savvy. Like, yeah, I mean, he works with it all day, every day. So, yeah. Edwina, my love, can you please, you are first off the blocks today. Could you please put your, Kim, beautiful, thank you. Could you please put your question in the chat, please? I should have asked for that a little bit earlier while I was rabbiting on about phones, shouldn't I? Oh dear. So let's see, who wishes to come and play with Edwina? Okay. So certainly keep your cool this week, everybody. And you'll be right. You'll be all good. Okay. Thank you, Edwina. Let's see what we get. That'll be why the cards chose these ones, or your team chose these cards. So I'll be using the Secret Language of Color cards by Ina Segal. She's my lady. I love it. I've had actual conversations with Ina Segal via chat. Very strange. Catherine, I'm a total complete technophobe. No idea with any of it. I say I know enough to get by competently. I know enough to get by competently. I don't always know all the things, but I'm very fortunate. I don't have to know all the things. It was funny. Somebody said to me, because I yawned a big yawn. They said, no, you don't have to do the show tonight. I'm sure they'll understand. And I'm like, nah, I'm doing the show. It's my happy place. It's a place where I feel really, really awesome. And you guys make me feel good. And it feels nice to be able to contribute to you all. And yeah. Your Facebook stalker niece. Yes. Yes. Gotta love those little Facebook stalker nieces. All right. This is interesting. So orange, which is your sacral area. I wonder. What does Ina say about this orange being in the sacral area? Orange 221. Okay. Cool. All right. You'll understand why I've asked about that in a moment. I'm just going to see if I can show you these, and then you'll get a sense of why I'm asking about orange. This is why. We've got 3 different varieties, possibly even 4 if you count that one as a dark orange of orange in your reading. So let us stretch that out and have a little looky. And then we'll go to the book and see what orange is over there, okay? So the first thing we've got for you is coral, which is to allow flow and synchronicity into your life. So the initial part of what we're getting here is there's some, you're trying to control too much. And you've got a little bit of a tight hold on certain areas of your life, which is creating a space where you can't, the flow, the energy flow is just not happening quite as well. Perhaps there's a bit of fear going on. Perhaps there's a little bit of anxiety. And it's creating a space where the lovely gifting energies can't come through as well. We got ground yourself in auburn, which yes, auburn is definitely a sort of a reddy brown color, reddy orangey kind of color. We've got lots of auburn colors around at the moment, of course, being autumn. And this is a ground yourself. So in grounding, what you're doing is you're expanding out. And when you ground and you're expanding out into Mother Earth, what happens? You go out and we breathe it in and we get that lovely unconditional love, which most people don't know how to experience. The unconditional love comes back up through you because as you give out, you receive. And then the energy flows can open up a lot more. Now, here's the cool thing. You don't have to be in the forest to be able to ground yourself. You don't even physically have to have your feet on the dirt to ground yourself. You can do this anytime, anywhere. I have ground myself while being up in the aeroplane. And the funny thing about that one was that in grounding myself or expanding out and going down into Mother Earth, when I was flying over Australia, the energy was completely different to grounding myself over the ocean, to grounding myself over New Zealand. All 3 of those spots were totally different feeling of energy. And the really interesting part for me in the lesson of that is that you can literally ground, you can tap into Mother Earth wherever you are. You can be at the top of a multi-story building and still ground yourself. So don't feel that when you're told, oh, you have to go ground yourself more, that you have to be in the forest. Yes, it would be absolutely ideal to go into the forest and be amongst the trees and breathe in that beautiful oxygenated air and feel the coolness of the ground under your feet or whatever it is. brilliant if you can. But if you can't and you're at work and there's a co-worker there that is really fucking pissing you off and you just want to just grab the stapler and smack them over the head until they bleed. Evil Zors. You can still ground yourself. Even while sitting at a computer or at a checkout or stacking shelves or doing whatever it is that you do. Okay. The next card that we have is Tangerine. And Tangerine is to be spontaneous and have fun, which tells me that you haven't been doing that quite so much lately. And being the beautiful mum that you are with all of your little ones floating around, I can imagine it is very, very stressful for you to find space and time to be spontaneous and have fun. Your cards are telling you that it is time. You have to make that more of a priority in your world, okay? And you'll understand more when I read a bit of this, the readout from the book. We've got Lemon, which is access innovative thinking. So again, that's just being creative, being willing to be creative, not just stick with what has been done before, and allow yourself the space to be a little bit uncomfortable with new concepts. And I'm getting the sense that this is maybe something that you're like going, I don't have the time and space for that right now. Thank you very much. So we'll just move on. You got the message. Come on. Apricot, which is to rejoice and laugh. So how funny. The second half of your reading is that you must be spontaneous and have fun. You've got to think outside the box, and you've got to rejoice and laugh some more, because quite clearly you haven't been enjoying this gorgeous body of yours enough. All right? You haven't been allowing it to play. So Orange. Orange assists in treating fear, loneliness, and depression. It improves immunity and vitality and awakens sexual and creative energy. Orange symbolizes warmth, prosperity, and creates feelings of optimism, enthusiasm, and courage, determination, and spontaneity. Orange can assist people to bond in relationships and learn to give and receive love. It connects people to their wisdom and intuition, allowing them to experience joy and laughter. It helps to deal with loss, grief, and shock. Orange helps to release self-consciousness, shyness, and embarrassment. It also stimulates and increases pulse rate. It is the color of movement and change. When a person has an intense attraction to orange rays, like having 3.5 out of 5 cards being orange, it can indicate shock or trauma, which is keeping them from moving forward or being in the present. This color has the ability to stir up and bring old emotions to the surface for healing. Orange assists with healing digestive, adrenal, and kidney disorders. Orange rays can strengthen the spleen and the pancreas and aid in the assimilation of oxygen through the respiratory system. It's the reason why you must breathe. Orange can also help restore mobility to the joints, release muscle spasms, and strengthen the lungs. How interesting. Orange can help treat asthma, bronchitis, colds, inflammation, rheumatism, gallstones, gout, lung problems, mental exhaustion, tumors, mucus or cataract, and kidney ailments. It stimulates the appetite and can help with conditions such as anorexia, intestinal disorders, bowel problems, mental breakdown, depression, abuse, emotional and mental paralysis. Orange also helps to balance out hormones, aids with fertility problems, and exposes hidden fears and anxieties. So super fascinating for you, my dear Miss Edwina, that there is a lot going on there in your world quite clearly, and your team is asking you to make some time for you to have fun and to just let all that stuff go for a little bit, and to regenerate how you're feeling, because they're seeing how stressed you are. So time to let it go. And your yummy card is tenderness. So yes, very much tap back in, make that your key word for the week to come is tenderness, and get in touch with some people in your community that help to bring that out in you. Okay. And of course, make absolute big use of all of those lovely big cuddles and things that you can receive from your wonderful family. Thank you so much, Edwina, for your kind donation to Find You Fridays. We both, my business and I, very much appreciate your continued support, and we very much appreciate you for the magic that you bring to the Find You Fridays crew. So thank you. All right, Christine Dulé, you are up next. Now, I did see that you popped your question in already, so let me jump back up and grab that. Okay. Oh, wow. Sorry, Christine, I totally missed the thing about the root canal. So Dr. Glenn did a good job. Thank you for reading us this. You're so welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. I'm really pleased that you found that he did a good job for you. So yay. Right. Don't know who to go to for the crown, Dr. Lee or Dr. Dunn. Okay. Blue and gold celestial. Hi. I have a few people that have already paid for readings, so they have absolute priority over freebies. If you stick around, I'll quite often do a bit of a special one to this show to Find You Fridays. I know you're new to us, which is awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. And it's basically you'll get a poetry reading, and it's an intuitive poetry reading. It's a little bit different, but it's really cool because it's also helping to teach you that you have your own intuitive awareness as well. So if you want to stick around for that, you're more than welcome. Otherwise, enjoy. There's always going to be some hints and tips throughout other people's readings as well that may be of relevance to you, as does often happen. So, Christine. Okay. I was like, who? The crown? Are you becoming a queen? And then I realized you're talking about dental work. All right. So let's have a quick look with the pendulum. Okay, show me your yes. And show me your no. Okay, thank you. All righty. So truth, what is going to create, who is going to create more for Christine? Is it going to be Dr. Lee for the crown? Truth, will it be Dr. Dunn for the crown? Okay, what about in 1,000 years' time? Truth, will Dr. Lee create the most for Christine for the crown? Okay. Cool. Truth. In 1,000 years, will Dr. Dunn create the most for Christine for the crown? Truth. Will someone else create the most for Christine for the crown? Nope. Okay. I got Dr. Dunn, my love. Dr. Dunn for you. Dr. Dunn is done. Hi, Holly. Sorry, I was distracted. I was well, not distracted. I was working. I was playing with my pendulum. So let me just do a little quick yes, no with the cards. Cool. Yeah, he obviously knows you a little bit better. So perhaps he'll be a bit more gentle or something. I'm not sure. Initially, they were both showing a yes, but Lee was slightly less of a yes than Dr. Dunn. But when it came out to, stretching out my awareness, the awareness to 1,000 years, which is what I often do, to be quite honest, it's what I do when it comes to stuff like that, and I'm not getting a very clear read, because the parameters of what it will create, the ripples across the quantum fields, what it will create is too close initially. And then you take it out 1,000 years and they can be completely different effects in 1,000 years. So that's why I send it out that far. Okay. Okay. So this is a reading about your teeth. Initially, we've got lovingly speak your truth. Vulnerability is a strength. So a part of when we have teeth stuff going on is often because we are holding our words back. We are not allowing them to come and flow forward. So it's that whole thing of like holding your teeth, grinding your teeth, clenching. I know when I'm very stressed or I'm angry, and I go to bed angry, I'll clench my teeth. I don't tend to grind, but I do clench. And I can wake up with very, very tender gums and teeth the next day. And that's what I'm like, oh no, I went to bed angry, like really angry. And I've had to process a lot overnight. So it's time. It's time to start lovingly speak your truth. A lot of what is going on with your teeth is around hereditary pain. So the past does not bind you. So it is time to let go of all of that hereditary pathways that are creating the pain in your teeth. Okay. The next card that we've got for you is to value your uniqueness. So the world awaits you. There is so much more for you than what you think you're doing, entitled to, all that sort of stuff. Once you move through this stuff, the hereditary pain, and that stuff that we've pulled down through our genetics from our mum and our dad and our grandparents and our great-grandparents and our, all the way back. And some of the hereditary pain is actually spiritual pain as well. So it's come through from your other lifetimes, which may not actually be within your hereditary line. And so, oh dearie me. So in letting go of this pain and dealing with your teeth, what you'll begin to find is that in giving them lots and lots of love, so if you can imagine, this is cool. The Reiki energies are flowing in my hands. So this is a lovely reminder to me, actually. When I'm feeling stressed or angry, this is something I should do for me. I don't get angry too much, but there are times, and I can just feel it. That Reiki energy is like, it's making me all feel really woman squishy and gooey. I should do this more often. Thank you, Christine. I required that. Value your uniqueness. There is a special gift that you be in this world that is only you can be. There is only the one you in this world. And all of the billions and billions of people there are here on this amazing big planet, there is only one you. There is only one of you who has been through exactly the same who has been through your unique set of circumstances, who's had your unique reactions, who's had your unique healing for you. And I know it's really bonkers when we look at it, but that makes you so special. I had a person in my world once upon a time who used to say, "Oh, you're just as special as the next person," but they used it as a negative comment. They were a bit narcissistic and stuff, and basically saying that you're no special than anybody else. That's not true. Everybody is special, and everybody has their own uniqueness that makes them special. And it's time for you to really value that for you. And what are your unique gifts and talents that nobody else has? That if you really allowed yourself to dive into that, would give you so much joy and so much happiness and so much fulfillment in the world that you wouldn't be clenching your teeth at night, and you wouldn't be crushing the living life out of your beautiful teeth. Because the next card we had was express yourself, cultivate a passion. So what are your passions? It's time to cultivate them. The next card was open to possibility. The whole world is before you. All right, so it's all very leaning all the same way. It's like going, don't focus on the small stuff. There's people in your world that are, like you mentioned last week on the show, that all they want to talk about is gossiping about celebrities and stuff. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time with those people. They're just inconsequential to the magic and the possibilities that you truly be. All those people do is just make you feel very tense, uptight, make you grit your teeth and have very expensive dentist bills. Interestingly enough, you got tenderness as well, Christine. So it is time for you to be a bit more gentle with yourself and do a little bit more healing around all that and those things. Okay? Be kind to your toothy pigs. All right. Thank you so much, Christine, for your beautiful question. Thank you for your contribution to Find Your Fridays. Tamara Turner, if you could please pop your question in the chat now, that would be amazing. And after Tamara, I've got Kim. Yes, I'm looking forward to your session too. That would be amazing, Christine. we can possibly even look a bit deeper into your teeth and see what's going on there. What will May bring for me? Ooh. Oh, dear me. I love your enthusiasm, Kim. It's always wonderful to see. All right, Tamara. Who wishes to come and play with Tamara? Of course. Tamara. What are you doing to me, lady? You're making me bring out the big dick. The big one. This one. To those who are new, I'm a Kiwi, and so my I's and E's sound a little different. And so when I say I'm bringing out the big deck, it's talking about the deck of cards. And this is a standard one that I usually use. This is the big one. So, not a trick of the camera angles either. Sorry. All right. Okay, Tamara's team. Oh, you're moving lots of energy already, Tamara. Yes, Kim. Yes, the deck of cards. Thank you. Oh dear. It's tricky to shuffle them because there's just so many of them. Oh, okay. Not that one. Cool. Oh, dearie me. Being gal spicy. Blah, blah. Oh, that's right. Now that I've got a few of you here. So I discovered today, while trying to find out how to live stream my Zoom call into a Facebook group, that Facebook and Zoom have had a little bit of a falling out. It wasn't anything I was or was not doing. The end of April, Facebook took away the third-party apps availability in Facebook groups. So you can't live stream into a Facebook group, Zoom, for example, or StreamYard like I'm using here. So that's why the community group, if you wish to look at this particular stream now, you have to go through and click through into my Facebook page, my Crafting Possibilities page, then the event that's in there. And oh my goodness gracious, it took me ages to figure it out. And now that I know that, we've had to work around it, but goodness gracious me. So for the book club calls, for example, I was just going to live stream, stream the Zoom meeting in there so that we could all just gather in the book club there and in the Facebook group. No. So everybody will just have to come through into the Zoom meeting externally. Oh well, that'll be how it's got to go. What can you do? So I find it really fascinating that they're still allowing me to stream onto my pages. And if I wanted to, I could live stream directly into my Lorene Hughes page, but I can't do it into a group. Okay, I'm trusting the process. You'll understand why I said that in a moment. What is your May going to bring you? All right. Okay. Cool. All right. So, Tamara. So, this month of May, excuse me, the first card that you've got that's come out is the Seven of Spring, which is a gecko. Isn't that so lovely? This is so pretty. I like geckos. Geckos are cute. Be assertive, believe in yourself, and don't let anyone take away your personal power. Trust that your inner guidance is true and follow it completely. So you're going to get challenged this month. You're going to get challenged on whether you are the dominant entity of your life or whether you are choosing to be controlled by others and manipulated by others. So you can be aware of other people's manipulations and not be controlled by that. Okay. And so this month is going to see you having to step up into your personal power a little bit more and be in that space of using your voice, using your energy in a way that you're sort of doing it already, but it's going to be pushed to the next level this month. This card actually came through upside down. So let's have a little read. We've got the Chariot. So yes, these are basically tarot-based cards, but that's cool. Interesting. I'm not sure why the horses are behind the card. Anyway, you can successfully balance various or opposing energies at once through determination and focus. You've earned the rewards and recognition that you're receiving. So given that we had it upside down, it's basically saying to me that this month you're going to find yourself tested as far as your balance, your work, life, enjoyment, body, personality, body, spirituality, not personality. All of those things are going to be they're going to come into question of how much energy you're putting in one area as opposed to another area, and are you actually balancing them all in a way that is conducive to you creating the most delicious, amazing, successful outcome possible. This is, being that it's reversed, is saying that you're possibly going to struggle with that a little bit, but it's totally possible to turn that around. So it's just like a little bit of a heads up that could come up into your world. Maybe somebody will say to you, I don't feel like I've seen you enough, or I haven't heard from you very much in the last few weeks or months. There might be a little bit more of a demand on your time as far as interactions and stuff with other people go. What else are you trying to tell me? Nope. Okay, cool. She's got it. Great. The next card that we've got for you is the Pomeranian dog, which is the 9 of summer. So we'll look at the Pomeranian dog. So for those of my dog lover friends, there we go, little fluffy bum. All right. Now is a time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. Just give gratitude to God for all that you have and all that is yet to come. So gratitude will turn a lot of things around. So if you are being called into, like, challenged a little bit, and having to speak up, do more as far as holding space for others, or just being more potent. One of the beautiful ways of smoothing that pathway is expressing gratitude to those who will show the most resistance. So they may still poo-poo it. Just giving you a heads up about that. But the beautiful thing is that when it's coming from a space of genuine openness, because you truly see something, aspects of them that are advantage or awesome, or and say it's someone at work who is just really brilliant at, I don't know, spreadsheets is the word that came into mind, and that is something that they can just work so quickly and easily, just yet they'll be really resistant to change. Giving them that little bit of like, oh, thank you so much for getting that spreadsheet done for me. It was absolutely brilliant. I'm so grateful that you're a part of this team, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we can, create a different pathway forward using your amazing skills. Thank you for making my life easier. It goes a long way, even if they're sort of like, so this brilliant. And the other reminder from that one is try not to control the outcomes too much. Okay. Maybe too much of a perfectionist, perhaps. Maybe just a little bit. All right. The next card that we've got for you is Strength. All right. So you got the Maasai lion and the lamb. True strength is displayed through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage. Okay. So personal power and courage, there's a potency in vulnerability. There's also a potency in anger. There's a potency in kindness. There's potencies in gratitude. And when you have the courage to really sit with yourself, your good, your bad, your ugly, and the awesome, that in itself is potent, and it gives you the confidence to be able to put yourself forward in different ways. So, yeah, save that story. Focus on tomorrow. All right. The next card that we've got for you, my sweet, is the Six of Autumn, which is the happy little kiwi. Look at that. How beautiful is that? He's even carrying a coin, because guess what? The kiwi, your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire wise loans, or receive a grant or a scholarship. In return for heaven's blessings, be sure to share the wealth with others through donations of time or money to reputable charities. So this is an area of gratitude forward. So we often will receive gifts from the universe, we'll receive gifts all over the place. And then it's when we give back. So that this is what that's talking about. It doesn't necessarily have to be financially. It can be with time. It can be with effort. It can be gifting back from a space of allowance, or knowing, hey, that friend has been on my mind. I think I might give them a call. Gifting your time and space is just as valuable as money, cash, wealth, right? When we give, we also receive. And it doesn't, I don't do the whole thing if it's better to give than receive, because that's not true either. But what I do like the values that I live by is that it is just as valuable to give and to receive. So giving of your time, if you wish to give to charities or you give to me or wherever, that's a beautiful thing that you can do. When we have an abundance of clothing, for example, giving that to op shops or giving it to a shelter or something like that, that's part of sharing your wealth. And that's what that card is really talking about there. It's not just money comes and then money goes again, because I know sometimes, I'm not saying that this is for you, but there have been times in my world where I've had barely 2 cents to rub together. I'm in the negative and I'm having bills going out. My money doesn't really stretch very far, and it's hard to consider gifting to other people. So being able to even, somebody down the streets had a bit of an accident or they're not being well or something. So you cook them up a bit extra from what you have and take that down to them. Like, that's massive for them. And people just don't do it very much anymore. So however you choose to share your wealth over the month, that's something that your team would like you to do too. Now, the reason why I said trust in the process is because the yummy card that you had come out today as well is tenderness. I swear to God, I don't look for the cards. They pop out when they pop out. So this month for you, tenderness will be very much up in your world. I'm getting a sense that your feminine is really ramping up, and as such, she might get a little bit tetchy. She might get a little bit cranky if she doesn't get enough attention. So you might find yourself feeling a little bit irritated if you're not getting enough physical attention from either yourself or the people around you. Hugs and love and all of that sort of stuff, the intimacy. There's going to be a lot of that required this month too. So be kind, be gentle, and you got this. You definitely do got this. And you're going to walk out of May. I get the sense you're going to walk out of May feeling quite different and more empowered than what you walked in with. So I look forward to hearing how that goes. Thank you so much, Tamara, for your very, very kind donation to the Find You Fridays readings with me, Lorene. And I look forward to having you continue to be as part of the beautiful, special Find You Fridays crew. We definitely appreciate your donation and the hand stretching. It's always good. It's always good. Yeah, there's going to be some challenging moments, but depending on how you handle them, you're going to fly, love. You're going to fly. So, and you'll be most prosperous at the end of the month. Alrighty, Kim, you're up, love. Pop your question in the chat, please, while I have my water. Lovely. Who wishes to come and play with Kim? Okay. Cool bananas. I wonder what that was, that story that was going to pop into my head. I love it. You don't know where to start. Just a general question is probably a good place. You don't have to go too heavy or anything. We get all sorts of questions on this show, and I love it. Yeah, that's funny. All right. Kim, would you like a general reading? Will that help you? Or do you have a specific area that you would like to ask a question about? Oh, yeah, I know. Seriously, the magazines, though, my health. Okay. Let's have a look at that one. What would your team like you to know about your health? Is it this stick? No. Is it this one? Nope. Season 2, episode 42. Can you even? A couple more months, we'll be up to 50. I think I did 50 episodes last season. So that'll be awesome. Taking a little bit longer to get into in with your team. Miss Kim. The big 5. Oh. We're at big 4-2 today. All right. Interesting. There is a card in here for you. I wonder which one it is. I love it when my awareness is like spot on. You'll understand in a moment. All right. So I'm looking at this card and it says shield yourself. And it says protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. Now you can do that, or you can just bring Mother Earth energy out, which is unconditional love energy, which is way more potent, way more powerful than just a thing of light. But if a thing of light, a cocoon of light is what is going to help you, if you can visualize that in your head more, then use that. If it is easier for you to think of bringing Mother Earth energy up as you breathe in and then Father Sky energy down as you breathe out, that is also really, really good. So it's that whole thing about breath. Breathing in, which helps you to calm, which if you're calm, then you're able to process through challenging energies around you, people who are maybe not using their manners as much as what you would like. It helps to bring through those spaces of allowance, okay? Because when the people who are around us are ill, they don't always remember their manners. They don't always remember their gratitude. If they're in pain or they're confused or anything like that, those are the things that tend to slip. And it's difficult because when we're on the receiving end of not having the gratitude, not having the manners, it's easy to get very resentful. So that's when you've got to come back to you and remember that you're always loved. You're loved by Mother Earth. You're loved by Father Sky. That's why going for a walk outside is so lovely. Being able to even, like for today, I spent a little bit of time going out and hanging up washing on the drying racks outside in the sunshine, because we actually had sunshine up here in Mount Barker today instead of like misty, dewy, foggy stuff. So breath and just pop outside and enjoy the sun. You get way more sun where you are. So tapping into those energies of Mother Earth and Father Sky is so, so valuable. It makes you feel good. Your body loves it. And especially if you're going out to just be still for a little bit. It's like the body just responds so, so beautifully. The next card that you've got is, if you get nervous, focus on service. Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your requirements. Yes, some good old vitamin D. We don't get nearly enough of it coming into winter. So get out there, pull your sleeves up, and have some sunshine. So with your health, my dear, quite often when we've got weird shit going on with our body, it's because we have forgotten what a contribution we are to the world. And we've gone internal, and we've also slipped into things like judgment and blame and all of that sort of thing. So with your health and the things that you've got coming up, focus on what you will gain from having these changes in your health, and your appointments and things coming up. Okay. Cool. So you've got a specific appointment that I'm referring to coming up that is to do with your beautiful eyes. And Archangel Michael is there to help you through and to give you some extra support. So he's actually stepping into your spirit team for this next little while you're working through these aspects of to do with your eyes. And the reason why I can say that is because your next card is actually your third eye chakra. So there's a lot of focus around your eyes and the spiritual aspect of your third eye. Okay. So the way you can work with Archangel Michael is that when you're going for your appointments and all of that sort of stuff, you can ask for him to come and help you and to give you some support, some energy, some confidence, some calmness. You can allow him, he will weed out any unnecessary stuff for you. He will help you with your healing. So, you can just ask for Archangel Michael to help you, and he will step in and help in whatever ways is required at the time. If you feel like, you're a bit nervous about going to an appointment or something, you can ask for Archangel Michael to be around you to just give you the oomph and the comfort that you require. Okay. So yay for Archangel Michael. Your next card, as I said, is the third eye chakra. So it is safe for you to see the energy of love in all its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. So how funny, we were talking about your dad the other day. So your third eye chakra is about that stuff, being able to see, and especially see into the future. So one of the things that I know is true for me is that when I'm not being willing to see my future and not being willing to contemplate what that might look like, when I'm just doing day to day and living day to day, my eyesight goes wobbly, and it will do weird stuff with me not being able to see distance very well, like not quite as clear. So when I'm getting a lot of energy work done, when I'm getting a lot of and receiving a lot of contribution, hence the reason why this earlier also is so soothing for my eyes. It's soothing for my jaw and my teeth, my temples and my eyes. Everything just is like, oh, right? It's just instantly relaxing. So third eye chakra. So there's very much a strong focus on your whole eye area and including your third eye chakra. So what I would recommend for you is to grab there's lots of chakra type meditations, but grab one that is specifically for the third eye and start listening to that in the nighttime. Listen to that over the night. Like there'll be music, there's certain tones of like hertz that focus on different chakra. Grab the one that is specifically related to the third eye, and you'll find probably it'll irritate you to start off with, because when any chakra is blocked, but especially this one, if it's not fully open and clear and running really well and turning really well, if we listen to those tones, that will often really, really piss us off. So be warned about that one. Maybe start listening to it a little bit during the day, and then just ease into it for the nighttime. You don't have to play it loud. It can be just really, really soft, but that will just gently start shifting the clag that is sitting around your eye area right now. The next card that we've got for you, Kim, is God Box. And this is about your worries and your stresses. So write any worries and concerns or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God Box. It is a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. So this is great. It's an awesome tool for several reasons. One of them being it means that it gets it out of your head and puts it onto paper. It also means that you can like burn it if you prefer, rather than keeping it in a box. But sometimes it's funny to come across these little requests later. But certainly this is about allowing the universe to look after the energies that are no longer serving you, and writing them down is a really good way to do that. So the other way to do that, if writing down is not ease, is you can just draw. You can draw it out. Like, just even if it's just scribbles on a page, it doesn't matter. It's the symbolism of the worry, the woe, the whatever it is. Like when I was doing my diploma in holistic counseling, when we were doing the art therapy part, I found that to be so useful, being able to just let my emotions just roll out over a page rather than having to find and formulate words, because sometimes emotions are just too bloody hard to put into words. But you can smear paint, or you can scribble with textures or pens or pencils or whatever drawing tools you have at your disposal. You can do line drawings, you can do symbols, you can do all sorts of things. And it is a really brilliant way of focusing in, but also letting that stuff out. So there's that. Now, the reason why I sort of giggled was at the start of your reading was because I had a sense that orange was going to be playing a part in your reading too. And I was not wrong. I was correct. Peach is the color card that you got, and it says inhale a breath of life. So once again, this is about breathing, taking your breath right down to the bottom of your belly, especially when you're tense and uptight and frustrated with the people around you, and just, I can do this. Drop back into that space of softness and kindness. Slow things down and just take your time. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So you know that tool, the drawing tool. It's really cathartic. It's fantastic. So that's why I think it's coming forward, because it's like that's a tool that you already know, and you can totally use that. And humor, you got humor. So keep your humor up. Keep laughing about stuff. As they say, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. And you know we've shed far enough tears about frustrations about other people in our lives, you know, and it's time to have way more fun and laughter and enjoyment and all of that. We've got so much happening around us energetically with the planets and all of that, the ascension that we're all going through from 3D to 5D. It's a really emotional, mucky space at the moment. And we get moments of reprise, and then there's other days it's just like, oh, have you had enough yet, universe? Because I'm pretty done right now, you know. So yes, laughter is the best medicine. So that's why often in a session when something's really tricky, I'll laugh. There'll be something that'll pop up, and I'll just laugh, and it breaks the energy. It changes it, and it does wonderful things. All right, that is your reading. Thank you so much, Kim, for your very, very kind donation as well. I am incredibly grateful for you, for your support and for your generosity and sharing your wealth with me and with the business of Crafting Possibilities, and allowing us as the Find You Fridays crew to hear some of the things that might contribute to them too. So that is so, so cool. And I appreciate you very, very, very much. Oh, you're welcome. I'll be here most Fridays. I don't say all Fridays because that's not true. Sometimes I require a Friday off too. But not this week. Not this week. All right. So we're heading up towards 2 hours. So let's do a quick round of the gratitude book. Oh, Kim, you beautiful being. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So everybody, you know the deal. First number between 1 and 88 that pops up into your head right now. Not necessarily your favorite number, please. It's the first number that pops into your head. Please put that into the chat. Good work. Love it. Ooh. It's been a big day, Kim. I've achieved a lot today. So yeah. Oh, yay, blue and gold celestial stuck around. Good work. Well done. All right, Melinda, 46. Okay. Penchants. As you leave once again, my heart is aching. The tears are falling. I am in so deep it scares me. A simple word can hurt, and yet a gentle embrace can comfort. The days can be so long, but the evenings are only a second. To sleep without you is a troubled sleep, filled with only dreams and arms grasping at the empty space beside. Melinda, has your previous partner been visiting you again? And then you're going through grief again? Because that's what it feels like. This feels like it's not a living person. This is the person that has come in, come out, come in, come out. But they're doing it in a way that's what maybe not being quite as kind to you. I'm just wondering if this is more to do with holding on to the energy of someone who truth is this. Yeah, I'm still getting it's your previous partner. Yeah. There's definitely they're washing 6 loads. Yes, I know. It's still not done. There's some elements of grief that haven't left your body yet, Melinda, and to do with him. So I would be doing a body scan and seeing where you're holding onto that grief throughout your body. And you've got to be brutally honest with yourself around this one. And in doing so, use that unconditional love light, use your crystals, use whatever you require to let that energy leave your body, to let that grief, the shock and the trauma to leave your body. Because this is something that's holding you back from having your big, beautiful, delicious life and allowing you to bring someone new in. There's still some small elements of grief which have got their little claws into you, which is why this one's coming up. Okay? Yes, darling. So, yeah, it's the grief. The grief it's coming up to be cleared. Like I said, we're moving between the 3rd and the 5th, right? 5th dimension, which means we have to pass through the 4th, which is where all this emotional shit comes up to be cleansed and cleared. So that's where it's sitting for you. Okay. Right, Kim, first number was 77, so that is what we will go with. All right. Now, with these poems, sometimes it's just a phrase in there that is the thing. Sometimes it's a word, sometimes it's a line. It's been 50 was what you said before, so when you Sorry, I didn't say, please, 77 was my dad's number. 50 was what you said before, so the new number is 19. Okay, 19. Kim, 19. Let's have a look at that one. All right, life. That feels a bit truer for you. It can be a multitude of things. It can be happy, sad, frustrating, stressful, peaceful, or angry. At different times, one of these things seems to dominate. This can either build you up or bring you down. It's strange to think that all it takes is a person to say something nice or to smile to lift your day and make it a happy one. Yet if a situation causes sadness or anger, that feeling lasts longer than one day. In a perfect world, everyone would be happy. But for now, life must be lived and a person has to take the bad and concentrate on the good. So, Kim, that very last line-ish, last couple of lines is to take the bad and concentrate on the good. So be very mindful of what you're concentrating on. Where is your energy going? Where is, like, sure, your beautiful mum hasn't said thank you for you going to the effort of taking her to the bathroom. But you know what? She is grateful for you. And she's grateful that you are spending your time and your effort doing everything that you have done. She's just not very bloody good about talking about it and expressing herself. But she shows it in different ways. And focus on the things and the moments you have together that are awesome and fun and lovely and where you get to enjoy time together. Focus on those moments rather than the things that are not so fun. Okay? All right. Because you know what? It's the good, the bad, the ugly, and the awesome. That's life. All right. Blue and gold celestial. Thank you again for joining us. I'm glad you're having fun. All righty. Emotions. Love, like lust. All three words describe the same thing. An attraction to another, their soul, mind, and body. But how to tell the difference when two people meet? They may get along, but who's to say that it's true love? True love comes out of knowing a person right into their soul. To like someone, that's when they just aren't sure, but like leads to love. True lust, it's the easiest to fall for. It is pure bodily attraction. They like what they see and they go for it. Sometimes it ends in sorrow, sometimes it carries on in strength, and sometimes it never even starts. So I get the sense, beautiful being, that there's a bundle of emotions going on with you right now, and it's kind of like, which way do I go? How does this feel? Just have fun. Just absolutely have fun. I just realized why I'm feeling a little bit more this evening. It's one of the candles behind me is scented. It's like really strong. I'm like, oh, because I normally have unscented candles. Just trying to use up some little tea candles that I found. Anyway, so yeah, get out there and have some fun, because you just never know where it's going to go, where it's going to flow, what's going to go and what's going to flow. And the thing is, like, if you're following what's truly making you feel light and happy, what's expansive for you, what's true for you, then it will always lead you on some kind of adventure. Now, whether that adventure is long-term or short-term, who knows? as long as you have fun along the way, that's the main point, right? So, yeah. And you can always feel the difference when it's going to be more long term. Hi, Leanne. Hello, beautiful. So, yeah. Interesting. Okie dokie. Let me just double check. Catherine. Number 34. Ooh. Oh, Catherine. I hope you're okay. Oh my God, I didn't get those candles. Those candles next week. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Catherine, you picked the loss. In these days of sorrow, when your loved one has left you, they are at peace with life, to have no more suffering and no more tears. Know that although you grieve, that the memory of them will be with you forever to remember and smile upon. Okay, so have you got an anniversary of someone's passing coming up? You're cracking me up. So yeah, Catherine, have you got the anniversary of somebody passing coming up? Because there's a feeling of that's going to stir up some emotions for you. And that's okay. It's just a reminder to be in that space of remembering the good times rather than the absolute horribleness of not having them there anymore. So I was just asking, Truth, is this a recent one? And it was a no to a recent, but it's somebody who's passed on that is going to pop up into your world. So if it does, just take this as a little note from them going, we wish to surround you with love and just remember the good times. Cool. Thank you, Catherine, for that little bit of a feedback. I appreciate that. Your mum, yeah, she's got a lovely energy to her. Alrighty, who's next? Let me just Edwina. Sending you lots of loves, Catherine. You know, I know the passing of a beloved parent is always a little bit tricky to navigate. Parent or somebody that's you know, feel close to. I get a little bit melancholy around the start of April, which is a bit rough because it's like my birthday is on the 12th. But my dear granddad passed away on the 3rd or the 4th. 4th. It was the 4th of April. He passed away. And or is it the 3rd? Nope, it's the 3rd. Sorry. It's because that 3 days, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, is like that whole time was just about granddad. And so that's why the dates are a little bit muddled in my head sometimes. And that was, gosh, nearly 10 years ago now. But it still gets me. It still gets me at times. My beloved granddad, he's one of my, he was a non-intimate, as in obviously sexually intimate, but he was my soulmate in many ways. And he and I were just two little spiritual buddies without knowing that that's what we were. I just loved my granddad. I loved hanging around him. I loved learning from him. And I loved his energy. And I loved the effect that I had on him. And as I got older, I saw the difference in my relationship with him versus other people's relationship. The fact that when it came to me, he would more than likely smile in photos and things like that, but he didn't often smile for anybody else. And that was something that I started to notice more and more as I got older, in my 20s and stuff, 20s, 30s, into my 30s, that I really noticed it. And it was like, So sending you and your mummy lots of love, Catherine. Edwina, I love this poem. Gratitude, the space between seconds. Stumbling through life, hints of awareness whisper, only to be discounted or made wrong. Hoping and wishing something else is possible. Gleaning information, slowly gaining ground and pace. Shaking off the shackles and lies, creating a brand new existence where knowing and awareness pulse. Seeing what is and what isn't with clarity, playing with choice and expansion, becoming more at ease, falling in love with true self, seeing the molecules, perceiving the energy flows, receiving different beings, creating new possibilities, embracing the gratitude flowing into and through the space between seconds. Edwina, last time when you picked this, you were about halfway through that list. And now you're about 2/3 the way down, or through that expansive list. So well done. You are continuing to shift and change and expand. You're basically up to seeing the molecules. So if you're starting to see the molecules, what will be happening is your eyesight is changing, and you'll start seeing things from a really different perspective. It's almost like you have kind of like possibly a weird X-ray vision type of style of things that could be coming up for you. You might be just seeing things from like you might be seeing think either, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Lucy, where she sees, it's a fabulous movie. If anybody has not seen the movie Lucy, yeah, it's a bit violent and stuff, but it really shows you the world of quantum dynamics in a way that is quite palatable in a lot of ways. Maybe not appropriate for the little ones to watch because of the violence, but, you know, good old shoot 'em up, kill the baddies type thing. But what she shows you is the greater levels of expansion that she has in her brain, the more she sees the energy flows, right? And if you're at the point of you're seeing molecules, you're pretty close to seeing the energy flows. So that's coming up for you very, very soon. So it's really exciting. I'm excited for you. Keep going. You're doing an amazing job. You got this. All right. Cool. Thank you, everybody. I don't think I've missed anybody's numbers. Cool. Not a limit on grief. Lovely, Lorene. Oh, what a beautiful relationship you had with your granddad. Yeah, I love the funny little dude. And he still pops in and says hi every now and then. He leaves me feathers. And he also does, every now and then I'll smell the smell of linseed oil or CRC in funny places, like places where there shouldn't be those smells. Oh dear. Oh, thank you, Kim. That is so beautiful. I'm so glad I gave a donation for that reading. You're spot on, especially with my health and eye appointments. You're so very, very good. I appreciate that, Kim. I just read what's in front of me. So I am grateful for you. I'm grateful for everybody and their team. And let us slip into our meditation now. Now, because kindness has been a constant theme over our readings tonight, let's play with kindness and let us infuse kindness through our healing today. Let's see, how is that going to look, people? Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I know people who can smell like their dead person's perfume. That is something that is quite common. Perfume or cologne, depending on if they're male or female, and what their smell was preferred. I haven't really got anybody else that I know of that has really gives me those kinds of things. I have not had too many people close to me pass away. I'm very lucky. But yeah, he was the most important one out of all of them. So I'm glad he's part of my spirit team and he pops in to say hi. All right. Take a big deep breath, my friends, all the way down to the bottom of your belly and close your eyes. And breathing out all the way out. Just let your whole body relax. Taking another big deep breath in. And now breathing out. Breathing in, bringing Mother Earth energy all the way up through your body. And as you breathe out, bring Father Sky energy all the way down. Mother Earth and the unconditional love energy coming all the way up as you breathe in. Breathing in through your belly. And as you breathe out, bring Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. And as we do our healing today, our beautiful meditation, I'm tapping into all of you as we have been all night. And if you would like to receive some Reiki, just energetically give a little nod. And I'll send you some Reiki now. If you do not wish to receive Reiki, just don't say yes. And you'll be absolutely fine. All right, so let's do our expanding out tool now. So expanding out your awareness, grabbing your sense of awareness and expanding it out beyond the lifetimes. Oh, apparently we want to jump really quick. So let's just dial that one back a little bit, people. Expanding out beyond your body, expanding out beyond the size of your home, up into the sky and down into the earth in a lovely big bubble. Expanding out your awareness out beyond the size of the country, out beyond the size of the planet, out beyond the size of the solar system, out beyond the size of the galaxies, and out beyond the size of the universes. Beautiful. Now focusing on your body once more. Grab your sense of allowance, remembering that the sense of allowance is taking you from being that tight, contracted little pebble at the bottom of the raging river of everybody else's thoughts, feelings, and emotions, when you're feeling battered and bashed about by everything else and bruised by the world, and expands you out to being like the big fluffy cloud that's above that raging river, where you can see the energy of that raging river of everybody else's thoughts, feelings, and emotions for exactly what it is. It's just energy. It's nothing to resist and react to. You can respond. But you'll know how to respond in a way that is going to be the most creative, the most contributing to all parties concerned. And for today, with the most kindness. Expanding out your allowance beyond your body, in a big bubble up into the sky and down into the earth, expanding out your allowance beyond the size of your home, beyond the size of the country that you're in, beyond the size of the planet, beyond the size of the solar system, and the galaxies, and the universes, and beyond your awareness. You guys are moving such big, beautiful energies right now. This is so good. So in the space that we're in right now, where our allowance and our awareness is expanded out, just tap into how your body feels right now. Feel the energy of Mother Earth flowing up through your body and the energy of Father Sky moving down. Feel the spaciousness between your cells and molecules. And in feeling the spaciousness of your molecules, taking a closer, zoomed in look at the molecules and seeing that you are indeed actually 99.999% space. And that nothing is stuck or stagnant in your world. And that the body is moving, shifting, and changing all the time, even when you're at rest. Now I'd like for just a moment for you to visualize, even though you're in this beautiful, calm, expansive space, I would like you to visualize the area of your life where you have the most tension or stress or anxiety. Perhaps it's to do with another person, perhaps it's to do with work, your kids, whatever that is. Maybe it's, you're stressed out because the house isn't as clean as you would like it, or because the kids haven't picked up all their stuff. Whatever it is. Maybe it's because a person flashed their headlights at you. Maybe it's because those people at work are just not being as honouring of your time as you are of theirs. And as you visualize yourself in this situation, take note of how your body is responding. Take note of any twinges, any pain points, any tension. And now I'd like you to bring up that unconditional love from Mother Earth, the beautiful, bright, white, opalescent light, unconditional love and kindness. Bring it up through your body, slowly, slowly, through your feet, through your shins and your calves, through your knees, through your thighs, through your pelvis, all the way up, through your belly, in your chest, your shoulders, down through your arms, to your fingertips, through your neck, your throat, through your face, through your brain and your subconscious and conscious mind. Beautiful. Take a big deep breath in all the way down to your belly. And as you breathe out, any remaining tension leaves your body. As you breathe in, bringing Mother Earth energy up, you're bringing in also the kindness that you truly be, moving through every cell and molecule of your body. Even while you're in the space of the thing that is creating the greatest irritation in your world, your body is now responding in kind to your breath, to receiving unconditional love and kindness, in a space of allowance that you can truly be. And as you are glowing with kindness and unconditional love, feel it as it goes through your body, melting away all those areas of tension that you identified earlier. Perhaps it's in your forehead, perhaps it's around your temple areas, maybe it's in your shoulders and your back, maybe it's in your belly, on your knees, on your hips. It can be anywhere. Let's just watch as that unconditional love of Mother Earth, as you breathe in, and the gratitude from Father Sky, both with kindness woven through, the kindness of you woven through every breath. And as you've done this now a few times, that situation starts to melt and become something that you can now work with ease. Beautiful. Sending you all just an extra, whoever wishes to receive it, an extra little boost of Reiki wherever you require it. It'll go to you. Beautiful. All right. Take another lovely big deep breath in. Remembering patience, breath. You've got to use your voice this week. Stand up for yourself. Reach out to your community. Have fun. Enjoy. And now as we ground out of this process today, stepping underneath the big, beautiful crystalline waterfall, the water flows over and through your body, just washing away any other little fragments of stress and strain that you're holding on to right now, that you're ready to let go of. Just let that water just wash it all away. Beautiful. And now stepping out onto the lovely big warm river rock. And you know the drill. Big breath in, bring Mother Earth energy all the way up. Big breath out, bring Father Sky energy all the way down. Big breath in, bring Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up. Big breath out, bring Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. Take another final big deep breath in, bring Mother Earth and the unconditional love and the kindness throughout your entire body. And as you breathe out, bring Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone, including kindness, all the way down. Now, of course, that situation that was causing the most pain, irritation, etc., has melted away because your response to it is going to be completely different now. And you're focusing on those keywords of kindness, of unconditional love and gratitude. All those hard, tricky situations will become so much easier to manage, to handle, to work with. All right, when you're ready, open your eyes. Melinda, I can smell my dog that passed 20 plus years ago. Wow, that's amazing. He likes to be close by, huh? That is really cool. And a final reminder for those of you who are in the book club, please take note of the post that I popped up today to talk about the Zoom link. And I'll be seeing you at 9 a.m. tomorrow, Adelaide time. Aww. Aw, Kim. It was really helpful. Appreciate that. While on the subject of kindness, love, hugs, and good vibes to wonderful dear Alex. Many thanks for the shelves. He said absolutely. He was just so happy they were going somewhere to help somebody. So he was very, very grateful. Yes, I do require a big sleep. Alrighty, my loves. So because I have to be up bright and early for you all for the book clubs tomorrow. I adore you all. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, Leanne. I didn't realize you were still hanging around. It was lovely to see you. And in the meantime, everybody, please get out there, do something tasty and fun for yourself this weekend or for the week, during the week, because, gosh, life is just too jolly short otherwise. Be bold, be brave, be you, beautiful ones, and I will see you next Friday. Bye-bye.